Hey, I'm not even gonna bore you with an introduction since this is embedded in the thread, so I'm not gonna waste your time. So, to start off, a response to the original poster. It's a good idea for a thread. I went on YouTube and searched INTPs out of interest, and there's a few INTPs. A couple are just mistyped, and that's annoying to me, but whatever. Um, yeah, I like observing them because they're all like me, including you and Fiddler. Fiddler's response, well, I didn't expect any INTPs to respond, so that's one. And I guess I'm two if I ever post this, which is unlikely at this point. But Fiddler mentioned taking like 20 minutes to form like one sentence and determine if it's worthy to even say and what the consequences would be. And at the same time, just her tendency to ramble. I think that's like a big part of being an INTP. Just the TI conflicting with the NE all the time. It's kind of a weird dynamic there. And yeah, Fiddler's video was good. It's crazy how much we have in common. So I'll get to the questions. I added a few and deleted a lot because I don't know, they were broad and I didn't feel like going into specifics. It'd take too long. So, how did you become interested in typology? I have a general interest in psychology. I'm kind of taking it in school a little, and I just stumbled on the mypersonality.info test, and I did it. First time I took the test, I got an ISDP result, which I checked the descriptions and they're pretty accurate. Like both, well, they're TI dominants, so obviously there's huge similarities, but whenever it got to the extroverted sensing part, I was like, yeah, off the mark, but it was good enough for me to identify with. So later on, I was just looking at all the type descriptions, and I just came across the INTP and thought, yeah, wow, that's way more accurate of me. And later learned about the functions, and that kind of confirmed it for me. Oh, plus, I went on the INTP forums, Personality Cafe, and I was like, yeah, I'm home. That everyone here is totally like me. And like you go through the confession thread and they're all totally like you. And ITV photos, like we look the same. It's ridiculous. Short haircuts for guys, and I don't know. And I've identified a few ITVs in real life, and we have the same voices and like emotionless and not monotone, but I don't know, really direct and yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Are you able to type people well? I've read a few books and I've been kind of experienced with practicing for 2 years, so I can type people really well. I type people and then I make them take the test. I just get them interested in it, and I'm almost always right now. It's almost too easy. Why are you making this video? I think I made. No, that was an original question in the thread. I don't know, and you'll likely, well, if you see me, then I obviously posted it. But oh boy, I don't know if I'll get through this. Education, work. I work at a nurseryland, which is like sells flowers, shrubs, and chemicals and stuff like that. And it suits me pretty well. Like, there's a lot of chores to do by myself that I enjoy, like repetitive tasks, pulling weeds and watering shrubs. But then there's also I can do the cash too, and talking to old ladies is kind of, well, it's not very tiring because they're slow, but it's a good job. It's varied, which I really enjoy. I'd never survive in at McDonald's or something like that. Not only is my voice, well, my voice matches the pitch of, when a lot of people are together, their voices kind of blend, and the tone of my voice is exactly that pitch. So I just get lost in the crowd, and even if I yell, I can't be heard at all for some reason. Plus, being in crowds completely drains me. So I wouldn't last very long there. So I have a good job. Education, done high school, thankfully. Oh yeah, what was your name? Fiddler. You have my sympathies, not only because you're in high school, which sucks by itself, but an INTP in high school, from what I hear from INTPs, it's not usually a good experience, including myself. It was just kind of lonely and isolating, never kind of made connections with people. Education now, I'm studying education. Yeah, I mean, my education is studying education. So I'll be a high school teacher in a few years. I'm in third year university right now. And I'm gonna be, well, it's kind of a challenge. I don't even care about pay. I just want to challenge myself, and I love teaching. I get an adrenaline rush whenever I teach. So I think it'll be a good job. Short and long-term goals. I don't have any. Yeah, moving on. What do you think are people's impressions of me? First impressions, like from an acquaintance, probably friendly, but distant. Family, same thing, I guess. Online, I'm a lot more outgoing. I'm really comfortable online, and when I'm with certain friends, then I just get really chatty. I don't know, I'm totally different in those situations. Um, Favorite and least favorite thing about me. I'm gonna skip that. I don't know. Movies, TV shows, music, and other interests. What do I enjoy? Movies, I like. See my favorite movies. Ocean's 11 was awesome. Inception for sure, and can't think of anything else. I don't watch very many movies. TV shows, I like House and Criminal Minds, and that's it. Stuff like I think Fiddler mentioned crime shows. Generally, they're really uninteresting to me, and I've noticed a trend of like just shows getting more and more gruesome and less like plot. So that kind of turned me off of all that stuff. Um, I like how House is all into moral issues and kind of House gets into people's heads, and I just kind of enjoy that kind of play. Music, I could tell you the music I like, but could not guarantee that I'd like it tomorrow, so it's kind of pointless. Interests, video games. I like RPGs mostly, and shooters. Um, and biking. Do a lot of biking. What are your thoughts on people in general? I think people are generally shallow, boring, uninteresting. I think their priorities are a little messed up. Like, they're all after material gains, and I can't relate to that at all. Like, seriously, if I won the lottery, I just do nothing really. I just bank it because at this point, I really have no need for money. But yeah, I'm working, but only because I know I'll probably need money at some point. But I don't know. I figure it's better than playing video games and surfing the internet. More constructive, but I don't know. What's one thing that I wish people knew about me? Uh, I don't know. Same with Fiddler. Just when I do say something, I'd like people to like not interrupt me. Just like appreciate that it took so much effort to actually say, and it's probably important or interesting in some way. Just to acknowledge me would that'd be nice. What's your personal philosophy slash beliefs? Incredibly broad question. I don't like it at all. Um, religious beliefs, I'm an agnostic atheist. Philosophy, I have no idea. Uh, Moving on. What types do you get along with best or worst? I'm still kind of figuring this out for myself, but um, ISTPs to start, I get along with them, but we just don't have the same interests, and we're always completely distant. So I don't like ISTPs. ISFPs are from a different planet. I'll never understand them. I'm never going to try to understand them. I will just ignore those people. ESTPs are pretty fun, but shallow in my experience. For the few ESTPs I know, like 3 or 4. So, huge generalization, but INTPs are awesome. Self-interest, I know, but, well, not self-interest. I don't know, whatever. Whenever I'm with an INTP, we kind of mirror each other, and we go into this ridiculous extrovert mode, and it's awesome. It's really compatible, so I like hanging out with INTPs, and on the internet too. ESFPs, Socionics or whatever, says we're duals, and I only know one ESFP, and whenever I'm with him, it's like I'm in ENTP mode, just extroverted intuition all the way. I'm just funny and crazy, and it's awesome. So from the one ESFP I know, I'm guessing that's pretty compatible. But enough about all the types that my experience with them. I added what do I like most about Personality Cafe and least. Most I like just anonymity and everyone just speaking their mind with no restraint, especially on like on the confession thread. It's just awesome to see us finally, I don't know, not caged, because we can't talk about anything emotional. It's just interesting to actually see us be able to do that. And least, um, I don't like how people have the My Personality info um, quizzes in their signatures, and then take them seriously, and it's just ridiculous. That's one of the worst tests, and I hate that one. And people saying I'm like 51% perceiving makes no sense in the context of like the functions mess you up. But anyways, or putting your function results, like the cognitive function test, putting your results there, that's ridiculous too. Like, there's no way a test can determine those abstracts and put them in exact order. It's just ridiculous. And I don't like how the types are divided. There's NTs and NFs, which is dumb because, for example, NTPs and NTJs are so different. They don't share any functions, so it makes no sense whatsoever to group them. And yeah, it should be NPs and NJs. That'd make a lot more sense. So I don't like how, I don't know, how ignorant people are about the theories, but I don't know. I guess that's a wrap. So, yeah, see you later.